What's going on? I'm JBo,
I'm Yoshi.
and we are rocking with Courtnie Ramirez for Friday Live.
Yo, what's up? Court in the house.
Now, you may recognize Courtnie maybe from her time on The Voice. We definitely play her song Perfectly Loved and Who We Are. Correct?
Correct.
With Marty Marr.
Yeah, the one and only.
With Marty Marr. Which is super dope. I love how you put him on there. He's a cool dude. I call him my brother from another mother, and you're my sister from another mother, so that kind of works out.
And I just call everybody friends.
So as you jump on for Friday Live, thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully you have your lunch. Make sure you throw your questions in the comments. We're gonna definitely get to them. We are gonna go through a couple questions. We're gonna also play a game called Flip the Script. Okay, but before we get to that, all right, we're gonna start with Courtnie. What are you dressed up as?
So I am a huge fan of Marvel. I'm pretty, babe. Wonder Woman is Marvel, right?
DC. It's okay though.
You know what? Let me just go redo my whole face real quick. I'll be right back.
No!
Guys, Wonder Woman is not DC.
No, Wonder Woman is DC. Yeah, it's not Marvel.
Okay,
That's what you meant, though. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a huge fan of Marvel, but I guess I'm also a huge fan of DC too. Oh my god! But I am Wonder Woman, as you can tell. I try to make it cartoonish, but yes, I'm the one and only Wonder Woman.
Hey.
And you said that you did all of that art by yourself.
Yes, I just looked at a photo from Pinterest and I was like, all right, let's try to make it. And here we are. We did it.
Hey, Courtnie, don't feel so bad because Kelly, she said she mixes them up too.
Perfect. I'm not alone.
She gets Marvel confused. So don't feel so bad. But Yoshi, on the other hand, Yoshi, who are you with?
Spider-Man, Marvel.
A Spider-Man right there. So we got DC and Marvel representing, and I'm on vacation. Okay? I'm on a cruise. I'm on a cruise. The things that we can't go on right now. But I do have a question. Do you like these better, Courtnie, or do you like these better?
Coming out with the birds. What are those called again?
What, these?
No, the birds. What type of birds are those?
Toucans.
Look, is there a way that you can wear both of them? Because I'm digging both of the glasses.
It might be too much.
Even better.
It might be too much. It might be too much. Well, I want to see y'all's faces, so I'm gonna wear these. Stephanie in the comments, she said that she's a huge fan of superheroes, so she loves you, Courtnie, and Yoshi right now. Your costumes are killing it. So
that's my best friend, by the way. Shout out to my girl, Steph.
Woo-hoo. All right, so are you ready to play Flip the Script?
Let's do it.
Hope you're on your toes, because before we start playing Flip the Script, we do have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Well, what is your favorite thing to do in the fall? It's a season, the leaves are changing, it's sweater weather. So what's your favorite thing to do in the fall?
Well, first of all, I love cold weather. I'm not a really big fan of I don't like the heat. There's only so much that you can take off, and when it's cold, you can just bundle up, make a fire, and I'm just all about fall, winter, Christmas. But I absolutely, guys, I think I'm gonna be posting pictures of my house soon, but I go all out when it comes to fall decorations. So that's one of my biggest things that I love to do. And that's just to decorate, go pumpkin hunting, like there's all the vibes, like pumpkin spice lattes all the time. You know, I got to add that in there.
So. Yeah, right.
Now, real quick, do you do all the decorating or does your husband do it? Who's kind of in charge of it all?
Oh, me all the way. I'm just like, babe, let me borrow some money. You provide the funds, and then I'll spend it.
Yeah, it's not really borrowing. It's more like, let me get some money, because you're not going to give it back.
True, yeah.
So, real quick, before we flip the script, we want to throw some love on here. I'm your number one fan. Just throwing some love out there. So with Flip the Script, you get to pick what song you want to sing, or the verse or the chorus. And the way it's going to work is we have a couple genres in a bucket. And when we pick from the bucket, when it's time to flip the script, you're going to sing that verse or chorus that you pick from either your song Perfectly Loved or Who We Are. You're going to sing that in that particular genre. Okay? So just real quick, just give us a snippet of whatever song you decided. Let's hear it as for what it is before we flip the script.
Like the original.
Yeah.
Okay, so should I do Perfectly Loved or Who We Are?
Which one do you feel more comfortable with? Do Perfectly Loved.
Okay, let's do Perfectly Loved.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm perfectly made, perfectly loved. You see something great that you are proud of. When they see your waist, you see a diamond in the rough. You don't make mistakes, no. I'm perfectly made and I'm perfectly loved.
All right. All right. Now that you've heard the original, it is time to flip the script.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I will take the first one from the little bucket. And
I'm so nervous. What if I can't do it?
you sing that same song in the genre of country.
Okay, ready? I'm perfectly made, perfectly loved. You see something great that you are proud of. When they see your waist, you see a diamond in the rough. You don't make mistakes. I'm perfectly made and I'm perfectly. And then the banjo comes in.
Hey,
I heard the twang in that.
listen. Yes, Chambers says you killed it. She said yes. Yes. All right.
Nice.
All right, cool. We'll keep on with the questions and we'll flip the script as we go. Go for it, Yosh.
Okay, so growing up, I see that you're dressed up right now in your Halloween garb and all that. Were you allowed to do any Halloween activities like trick or treating, dressing up, or was it more like fall festivals, or did you guys just kind of not do anything at all?
So my mom, when we were younger, we would always have, I think it would be her and her, my mom and my dad would just sit outside and give out candies. But then they would just literally say, all right, go down the street and go trick-or-treating. Because we're like we grew up in a, like fairly safe neighborhood. So we could just go off by ourselves. And that's just, we were walking our own street. So, I mean, it was fun to go. But yes, all the way oh my goodness, we would eat so much candy. And I was obsessed with chocolate growing up. So you best believe I was like, can I have a piece of chocolate?
Now, with all those dressing up, do you have a memorable costume that you remember, candy collecting with?
Yeah, we call kids candy collectors because it's a hustle.
Yeah.
It's a hustle.
My goodness, I'm trying to think.
Well,
I think I saw my mom in here. Mom, if you can remember what I wore. I don't remember. I feel like, one year I did like a super like neon. Was the neon like netty things? Was that 80s or 90s or 70s?
I think it was 80s.
It was 80s.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Guys, I was wearing everything neon, like a tutu skirt, like all the vibes.
All right, yo, before we flip the script again, gotta give you some love from Mitch. He said that country was straight up Dolly Parton. Right?
Yeah.
Dolly would be proud. Amy with the horses. All right, we're gonna flip the script. Let me see. Yoshi, go ahead and flip it.
Okay. The other one, the next one. Can you sing Perfectly Loved in the genre of rock and roll?
Oh, that's rock and roll.
If you need to go screamo too, feel free to do that.
Ooh, just back away from
ready?
the.
Oh my God, okay.
Back away from the.
I'm All right, I feel like if I go any further, it's just gonna get worse. So
All right, that is Perfectly Loved. Flipping the script, rock and roll. Now, growing up, you had said that your parents would send you and your brothers to go trick-or-treating. Did you only have brothers?
Yes, 3 brothers, no sisters.
Wow. So one of your brothers recently has come back to God, come back to his walk and his faith walk and whatnot. How did you feel when you heard that?
So I have this, actually, like literally right here, I have this prayer wall right here in my garage. I'm in my garage. And I feel when he actually came over here to live with me for a couple of months. And when I saw that God took him out of his situation just to kind of like bring him back over here, because we're located here at Elevation Church. So hearing Pastor Stephen every weekend, I just want to get saved every weekend all over again.
That's fact. He's quite talented. Yes, anointed.
Yes. So when my brother came over here, I saw a hunger in a relationship, that he wanted a relationship with God that he didn't necessarily want back home. So when I saw that, and I could, it's just something different about like you physically being able to see it for your own eyes. It's like, guys, when I say that, I was just so emotional, like literally praying for him for years. Like I have this wall so I can remember, just the stuff that I've gone through, and just all the stuff that all my family's gone through, and the stuff that God's just been so gracious to give us favor on. And so yeah, when I heard about my older brother, it tore me up. I was just like, oh my God, like there's nothing like you praying for years about something that it finally comes to pass. So yeah.
That's very encouraging, especially for people who are watching right now who maybe have someone in their life, whether it be a spouse or a friend or a relative, who they're just praying like to the point where you're praying without ceasing. You're like, come on, God, like you can do this. Like tenderize their heart. Like, come on, Holy Spirit, do your thing. And so it's very encouraging. Like, even Stephanie, that's your best friend.
Go best friend. That's my best friend.
She's all our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's all our friends now, apparently. So
go ahead.
Thank you for sharing that, because that is very encouraging. You ready to flip the script? You have something else?
Well, I was going to ask real quick, what kind of helped keep that endurance going to pray for your brother, especially for so many years? Like, how did you keep praying for him? Like, what kept you keep praying for him?
I feel like whenever you stop praying, I feel like personally for me, it's just like you just stop believing that God can actually do something. So I never stopped praying, because I believe that God was not done with him, and God wasn't ready to give up on him. Just like I wasn't ready to give up on him as a sister, spiritually, just interceding for him in prayer. So I hope I answered the question.
Oh no, that's good. That's
answered the question. Of course, yeah, that was. I don't think there was a right or wrong answer to that. It was just like, what kept you to keep praying for your brother? What was that endurance? And so that's great. It's beautiful answer. It is true. Like, you never want to stop praying, because the moment you stop praying is, like you said, you stop believing that God can actually do it.
Right.
So yeah. All right, let's flip the script.
Let's flip it.
You want to go, Yoshi? You want me to go?
I will go for it real quick.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here is this one. Can you do Perfectly Loved in the genre of rap?
Oh my God.
Yo, before you do it though, what's your rap name?
My rap name's Coco.
All right, Coco, let's go.
All right. But can you set a beat for me? Hold on, I'm gonna have my husband. Hold on. He's gonna try to get him a little beat. Okay. Hold on. He's trying to figure it out. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Wait, can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2. I'm perfectly made, perfectly loved. You see something great. You are proud. Oh, when you see a wave, you see a diamond in the rough. Yeah, because I'm perfectly made. Yeah. I'm perfectly loved.
Hey, flip the script. JBo Yoshi hanging out with Courtnie Ramirez. We appreciate you hanging out with us for Friday Live. Courtnie is literally answering questions and then we pull a music genre from a bucket, and she just flips the script and sings her song "Perfectly Loved" in that genre. So that was rap. All right, her rap name is Coco.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't Courtnie Ramirez that time. It was Coco.
Right.
It was Coco, and she went down to the flow. So here we go.
Go. All right, real quick. So, oh man, this is so much fun. Hopefully you're having fun too. I hope you're not like, this is crazy. So in your song "Who We Are," which is your latest song, there's a part that you say, "I framed my whole life through a perfect filter. It's time for me to paint a different picture." What picture are you working on painting?
Wait, say that again. What was the question?
What picture are you working on painting?
So I feel like, well, that line here. Let me go to it. That's the pre. I framed my whole life through. So growing up, I feel like, I mean, this can absolutely relate to any young girl, and if you have social media, you can relate. Okay, if you have TikTok, you can relate. I feel like it's so easy to like literally show people parts of you that you want them to see, and you can make it look so perfect. And I found myself doing that. I feel like when I was just younger and just wanting to fit in and just wanting to like be in the in crowd and be like relevant. But I feel like now I had to learn the hard way that can only last so long. And that you can only keep up that perfect picture for so long, because it's tiring and it's exhausting and it's emotionally, physically, mentally not healthy whatsoever. So now the picture that I'm trying to paint, I mean, just throughout my whole music, is you don't need to look perfect. You don't need to be perfect. And literally with all of my songs, especially "Who We Are," like when writing the song, I told the writers, I told them, I want to write about something that people are afraid to talk about, and that's showing who we truly are. Because we always feel that people won't like us for who we are. And so straight up, the first line is, there's some things that I don't like to talk about. There's some things that I'd rather keep underground. So it's just, with this song, I just want it to be so open and so blunt with how I want to be heard and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, that first line, you can't help but go, what you want to talk about, girl? Oh, let me turn this up. What you about to say? Just that alone, that first line, and it goes into everything else, and you're like, whoa, this is facts, And is that recently you've taken a break from social? Is that why you're taking that break?
So I feel like I found myself getting back into that, and I was just really overworking myself. And so I was just like, you know what? And I had literally just had a meeting with my whole label, and we had like a whole schedule planned out Monday through Friday about stuff I was going to be posting. And then I just felt it within myself, which I absolutely know that it was the Holy Spirit just saying, all right, if you literally do this, like, you're going to break, and you're just going to like, yeah, there was just, so I just knew that it was the time for me literally having a meeting that was going to change, my whole schedule to not like, then the Lord was just like, nope, you need to stop, take a second and regroup, and just really go back to where you came from, and remind yourself what really matters. And so that was kind of,
I think that takes a lot of courage, because, and also, kudos to your label for being like, okay, you want to take a break? We just planned all this stuff out. What are you talking about? But it takes a lot of courage to go to listen to the Holy Spirit and say, okay, fine, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get off of social. I'm going to take that break, because the move you were about to make could have, helped your career or whatnot. But just trusting and knowing that, like, you being obedient, like, God's going to take care of that as that time comes and when that time comes.
Yeah.
So
I was going to ask too, with kind of, regrouping and kind of coming back to social, how have you tried to balance it out now and make it so that it's not maybe even influencing you as much, but you're able to kind of balance it out in your own life?
ooh, there's some you guys hear that glitching? Is there glitching over there?
What is it?
Somebody typing?
I'm not typing.
Okay. Just want to make sure. I wasn't sure it was just on my end, but I'm sorry, Yoshi. Can you Oh, that's interesting. Can you go ahead and ask that question one more time?
Oh yeah, so just coming back to like social and TikTok and all those other platforms, how have you been able to balance it out now so that it's not painting your whole picture and influencing you even more and kind of burdening you?
So I feel like I'm not trying to force myself into something. Like I'm not trying to just like, all right, I went from 0, well, I went to 100 to 0 and then back to 100. I'm just trying to really fill it out and just really take my time on returning back. And I just think it's perfect timing because we're in November, about to come up on November, and Thanksgiving is coming up, and it's so I'll be able to for sure just get like a good hiatus with family and just regroup and just but I think January I'm for sure gonna start posting more consistently because I do have dreams, but I really need to pace myself, and I really just need to focus on what is important and not about pushing just going 100. I feel like that's been my biggest hurdle. My biggest problem is I don't know when to stop. And so I'm learning to give myself some boundaries and restrictions.
Yeah, hey, listen, you're not the only one. I hope that's you're not the only one. I hope that's encouraging to those who are in the chat who are watching. And I believe it is because I think that we do live in a world where it's like, okay, I got to do this. I got to be involved and active and posting all the time. And we don't realize how like mentally, physically, emotionally draining that can be. And we're consuming way more information than I think our brains can handle at one time when you're on social. And so now you're going to be getting back on in January. So before we flip the script one more time and we let you go and get some lunch, where can listeners find you? Boost listeners find you when it comes to Instagram and Twitter.
So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Courtnie Ramirez, but Mama had to be different, so spell Courtnie like Courtnie. Oh, like that. Where? Right there. Right there. Mama had to be different.
Hey, at least we'll remember that. It stands out. So, hey, you're perfectly made. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Thank you, Mama.
That's just who you are. So, I'm messing with you, girl. All right, one more time, flip the script before we go. You down for it?
Let's do it.
All right, let me see what we got. So you did country, you did rock and roll, you did rap. All right, I'm pulling from my little bucket.
Gosh, I'm so nervous. Blues. Oh my goodness.
That's soul vibes. Let's do the soul vibes.
All right, let me see. Okay, let me see.
I'll be the bass player.
I know.
Okay, you got that. I'll do that.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to see how I can do it. I'm perfectly made. Oh, I'm perfectly loved. You see something great that you are proud of. I don't know. That's just all I can come up with.
That was so great.
That was beautiful. It is Friday Live. Courtnie, thank you so much for making time to hang out with yourself, making time to hang out with Boost listeners, sharing your heart and your voice. And man, we're excited. Just like once you come back from that hiatus, what's going to happen, not just on social, but in your career and music. And I'm sure you'll take this time also to hone in on your writing and start making more good stuff. So we're looking forward to hearing more from you.
Thank y'all so much for having me. This was literally so much fun. I'm not even kidding.
We love you, girl. You take care of yourself. It's JBo Yoshi from Boost Mornings. It's Friday Live. Until next time, take care of yourself. May the Lord guide you, bless you, protect you on your journey always. We love you, friend.